Hi guys, good day and welcome to Esso's Villa with Coach E, the emotions doctor, also known as the restorer. So today, I want to talk about something. We started more like a conversation around some of the things that you could do to maintain your relationship, marriage, or whatever you want to call it. And we looked at communication some time back. Today, I want to look at the art of apology. How do you apologize? Yes. Some time ago, I did a video on this so many years ago, and just recently somebody reminded me like, Auntie said that video you did sometime, and I felt the need to talk about it because I really have seen a lot of beautiful relationship just go down the drain because one party did not know how to apologize, or the other party just decides to keep letting things go, and before you know what's happening, they are losing themselves in the process until when they finally explode, or some people implode, as the case may be. So what is an apology? Why are you tendering an apology? I don't have a definition. I really don't like definitions. So the concept of apology is trying to soothing the emotions of a person you've caused hurt, or a person you've hurt, a person you've wounded, right? To make them see that you understand that they are hurting, and so you are wanting to take responsibility. That's what an apology is. However, it takes a lot to be able to apologize. Yes. I'm sorry is not something that people just throw around, even though it's one of the 5 magic words that would teach people, that would teach children for courtesy and all of that. But you see, genuine apology is difficult to render. And the truth of the matter is that people know when you are not genuine about your apology. Yes, they know. They can feel it, they can tell it. And one of the ways that a person will know that you're not really genuine about your apology, let me tell you, is when you keep repeating the same offense. Because ideally, when you say I'm sorry, you are saying I'm putting in efforts to change. I recognize that I hurt you. I recognize that you are feeling bad about XYZ, and I'm willing to make amends. I'm willing to adjust. I am willing to, put in effort to see that you do not go through this kind of pain or emotional hurts. Yes. So if this is what you really understand by genuine apology, you will see that you, as the individual who is apologizing, you'll be cautious, right? To keep repeating that hurt. You know why? Because to tender a genuine apology, it breaks through your pride, through your ego. Yes, it takes a lot of humility to genuinely apologize. Not the, I beg, you don't reach now, I'm sorry. No, that's not an apology. And one thing you must also understand is that when you're apologizing to a person, it is not on you to decide when or how the person is supposed to receive your apology. Because ideally, when you're apologizing, it means that you have crossed the person's boundary. It means you have offended a person, right? When you offend a person, their sense of, what's the word? Conscience is being offended. Let me tell you what I mean by this. Some time ago, my baby brother, right, we taught him as a baby not to fight, not to bite. Babies are quick to, at the slightest thing, they're biting and all of that. And another baby came to the house. I can't forget this thing because it's so fresh in my head. Another baby came to the house and beat our baby. He could have beaten back. Do you understand? He could have could have beaten the other child back, but he came and was crying seriously, like, he beats me. Why did he beat me? Why did he bite me? I beg your pardon. I thought you said, did you put? I felt broken as his auntie because I couldn't even go and beat the other child because it's a child. But I just had to go there to, please, tell the mother of that child, hold your baby, warn him, start to teach him how not to bite. What was happening? It is not that this child couldn't retaliate, but what was happening is that his sense, his right of it's still not conscience. The word is not coming to me right now. Was offended, right? And it took a lot to appease that sense. It's a genuine part of human to be able to know when they're offended, to be able to set a line and know that, okay, at this point, you would have offended me. But what do we see? Let me begin from the level of friendship. Your friend is angry with you on a particular matter. I mean, you've never really seen them angry like that. They're pissed off at you on a particular matter. You say, I beg, sorry now. What do you mean by sorry now? What is sorry now? Sorry now does not take anything from you, because ideally an apology will break through your own pride, break through your ego, and you've not felt that pain. And you're wondering why they did not forgive. And you say, I tell them sorry, I beg you too much. Even in marriages, worst case in marriages, you will be shocked at the number of marriages, relationships that just go down the drain because one person was too big to apologize. And when you refuse to apologize or recognize that the other person is hurting, you are trying to say to them that, that what they feel, you are downplaying their emotions, you are downplaying their hearts. I'm sounding this way because I've seen a lot of relationships. I mean, I've even had beautiful friendship that I just watch and it's like, it's going because the other person just couldn't say I'm sorry. And we see this a lot with the male folk, right? Your girlfriend is angry, right? Your wife is angry, and if it's a person like me, sometimes there are people who are angry, they are offended at something you've done, but they've been groomed, they've trained not to want to, punish you by denying you of certain rights and privileges or roles that they play in your life, just because they want to try to tell you that they're angry. So even when they're angry, you've offended them, their sense of rightness, that's the word I've been looking for, you've offended them, they still play their role. So for instance, I'll give you an example. In my house then, with my father, with my sisters in the house, then just the four of us in the house, and my father was beginning to teach us about marriage and all of that. One of the things we're told as ladies is, do not deprive your husband of sex because you're unhappy, which is a weapon. That's how many women know how to communicate to their spouse that they're angry, because they are doing every other thing, you're not seeing it, and this woman is just. So imagine a child that have been groomed that way. Do not deprive your husband of sex because you're angry. Growing up then, my aunties, what do I see? You want to punish a child, go give them food. So we're taught in this grooming, do not weaponize anything against your spouse because they offended you. And imagine you have a person like that. So the person is still going all the way out, still trying to be like, hey baby, what do you want? You're still doing everything, but you cannot just read. I talked about non-verbal communication, but they're not happy. So you're supposed to be able to see. Maybe they're not smiling the way you should be able to tell and tenderly render an apology. And what are the elements of an apology? I am sorry. Genuinely. I think there is a book, The 5 Languages of Apology. Don't know if I can remember all 5 now. The other thing is, when you've done something and maybe you mess something up and it's in your place to fix it. Retribution. How can I fix this? What can I do to fix this? That is after you said you are sorry. Then you put in genuine effort to change, right? Genuine effort. Let me tell you, when you learn to apologize like this, it will take a lot from you, because it is not an apology that you come and dump on the person and force them to say yes. Yes. When some people come and apologize and they expect you to just say yes. No. When you apologize, give them time. Sometimes just I'm sorry may not cut it. The combination of words will cut it. Do you understand? See, let me even be a bit personal here. When my friends, people who are close to me, offend me and I'm not happy, you don't just say I am sorry. I am sorry for what? Take responsibility. I am sorry for making you feel this way. I am sorry for causing you XYZ pain. Mention it, because your ability to mention, right, what you are saying sorry for is part of the ego that is broken. It's part of the pride that you have to break through. Because really, some people say I'm sorry and they don't even know why they're sorry. Sometimes you are apologizing for the fruits of the main thing. I'll give you an example. When I was in the house with my sisters, so one day, one of my sisters, very mischievous people like this, and like a big sister, went and carried my, is it my cream or my perfume out? I'm talking about years back. And she used it without telling me. So by the time I discovered, because I perceived it, I'm like, not be my perfume be that. You know? And I went, don't do that. Why would you just go into my closet and take something and not tell me? And my sister was going to apologize. She said, sorry, say I used your thing. Do you get it? I got even more angry. I was not angry that she used my thing. For heaven's sake, she's my sister. I was angry that she used it without telling me. Two different things. So sometimes you don't even know what you're apologizing for. So when you have to mention, I'm sorry I made you feel this way, you are taking responsibility. You are coming in to say, okay, I recognize that I caused you this pain and I didn't mean to. How can I fix this? What can I do? In some cases, when you realize that it's a character flaw, you are asking your partner, how can I work on this? Right? What will I do? Or how do you help me walk through this? What are some codes that you need? Maybe sometimes you don't even know. You go out with your spouse, with your partner, maybe as a woman, and then you don't even know when your strong personality comes up. And then you realize that you just trashed your husband. You called him off in a conversation. The question at that point is a pattern. When you realize, how can I? Oh, I'm sorry, baby, for making you feel small. I'm sorry for being rude. Mention what you did. And also acknowledge the effect on the person. I don't know if you understand. When you begin to learn to apologize this way, you would soon see that people are not that difficult as you think, right? Because at the end of the day, the offender decides a sacrifice that is enough to appease their sense of justice or morality or rightness that has been offended. So when you hurt a person, give them time to process your apology, right? And genuinely be sorry for it. You will see how this will go a long way to save your relationship, your friendship, even at the professional level. And you would see that you are even becoming a better person. Because, let me tell you, when you think about how you had to go through the pain, the pride, how you had to, baby, I'm so sorry. And she's like, please don't talk to me. I need time. When you remember that maybe 3 hours that you were talking and your spouse was just, please, can I? You don't want to go through it again. Sometimes you're even going on your knees. Yes, it doesn't reduce you. It just shows how much you really feel the hurt of the other person. I know that some people are going to come here and now say, what if after apologizing? Yes, there are some people that just unnecessarily difficult. You have apologized, you have done everything, but they are just trying to hold on to it. I think I'll talk about that in one of my subsequent podcasts. But I hope you learned a thing or two. Until I come your way next time, I remain Coach E, the emotions doctor, also known as the restorer. And please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, do well to kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you'll be aware whenever we post our content. Bye.